Whoever determines the truth from people alone will remain lost in the plains of bewilderment. Rather, know the truth, and you will know its people. Understand that for every rule which I have mentioned from the Quran, the devil has one to match it, which he puts beside the proper rule to cause error. If those who do not possess knowledge avoid the scholarly discussions, disagreement will end. Know, O beloved, that man was not created in jest or at random, but marvelously made and for some great end. Although he is not form everlasting, yet he lives forever, and though his body is mean and earthly, yet his spirit is lofty and divine. The soul should take care of the body, just as the pilgrim on his way to Mecca takes care of his camel, but if the pilgrim spends his whole time in feeding and adorning his camel, the caravan will leave him behind, and he will perish in the desert.
In God, there is no sorrow or suffering or affliction. If you want to be free of all affliction and suffering, hold fast to God, and turn wholly to Him, and to no one else. Indeed, all your suffering comes from this, that you do not turn toward God and no one else. A human being is not a human being while his tendencies include self-indulgence, covetousness, temper and attacking other people. Men have such a good opinion of themselves, of their mental superiority and intellectual depth. They believe themselves so skilled in discerning the true from the false, the path of safety from those of error, that they should be forbidden as much as possible the perusal of philosophic writings. Work for your terrestrial life in proportion to your location in it, and work for your afterlife in proportion to your eternity in it. Does money upset the hearts of learned men? He answered, men, whose hearts are changed by money are not learned. Remember it is the heart and not the body, which strives to draw near to God. By heart I do not mean the flesh perceived by the senses, but that secret thing, which is sometimes expressed by spirit, and sometimes by soul. The essence of knowledge is to know what obedience and worship are. Abu Hamid Al. Love for God is the farthest reach of all stations, the sun of the highest degrees, and there is no station after that of love, except its fruit and its consequences. He who buries his head deep into a nose-bag full of food cannot hope to see the invisible world. Whoever passes 40 without his virtue overpowering his vice, let him get ready for hellfire. This advice contains enough for people of knowledge. The mere physical man is like the ant crawling on the paper, who observes black lettering and attributes its production to the pen and nothing more. Do not fix hopes on your health, and do not laugh away life. Remember how they walked, and now all their joints lie separately, and the tongue with which they talked lightly is eaten away by the worms. He who does not arrive at the intuition of these truths by means of ecstasy, knows only the name of inspiration. Each of your breaths is a priceless jewel, since each of them is irreplaceable, and once gone, can never be retrieved. If the world had two gods, it would surely go to ruin. This is the first premise. Now it is known that it has not gone to ruin. This is the second premise. From these premises the conclusion must of necessity follow, that is, the denial of two gods.